Update that to be more organized so they can find what they want easily. We'll also recommend other areas of the website that they should visit, like the virtual makeover. Product pages of your website look like this today, but they're going to get a big makeover to look more like this. So if she changes the shade, it's going to change the shade rub as well as the lipstick also. She made videos. There's also related products as well. Another example. You can allow your customers to filter products by things like their benefits or concerns, such as age fighting or sensitive skin. And help your customers find what they want a lot easier. Search results, if they know exactly what they want, they can search. Today, you only get a list of text links. We want to make it a lot easier for them by showing them product images as well. Poster party today.
Yeah.
Like this, which is not bad today.
No, this is not good. This is better.
But this is much better. A lot more straightforward to let them know what to expect when they host a party.
Wow.
Consultant locator is going to be important for everyone to have their picture up because right now it's only a list of names. In the update, we're going to include pictures as well. If you don't have your picture, it's going to be a flower.
You need to become a director tomorrow, like tomorrow. It's a little quick, but I can help you. But she did have the vision. She always saw that bigger picture. But I think most people, when they walk in, some people either want it or they don't. They're either scared by it or excited by it. She wanted it, but I wanted to know that were her actions following this belief? Were her actions following what she was saying? So I was looking for certain things. I was looking for a coachable spirit. I was looking for somebody who showed up, literally to conference calls, to events, looking for someone who was teachable. Everything I said, she did. And I knew that when she was ready to step up, because people can tell you a lot of great things, but if they are willing and you see them willing and they're doing the work, then you know. And so, but she did have that vision from the beginning, and I really believe from the very beginning that she could do it, because I knew she could. And in our business, it's totally mental. We know we want something, we want to achieve.
For the very first time ever, either as a future sales director, some DIQs, some new independent sales directors, and I'd be willing to bet that some of you have not completely embraced this bold new picture of who you have become or who you are becoming, right? So, what got you here? Was it true grit? Was it determination? Perseverance? Well, I'd say that it probably took all that and then some. But you didn't stop there. You reached out to others who joined your team. And for some, those teams became units. And for others still, those units grew into a national area. In other words, you passed it on. And that's your job as leaders in Mary.Kay, to pass it on. And not only have you passed on a way of life and a business opportunity that's absolutely second to none, but you also passed on a way of life where we encourage you to live your life boldly. God first, family second, and career third.
Yeah, she was great. Yes.
authentic. For me, this gets to the very heart of world-class leadership and building relationships. People can see whether you're acting or not. And if you are, sooner or later, time tells on all of us. So are you a leader who follows through with the commitments you make? Or do you choose sometimes to not follow through with some of those smaller commitments? Here's something to keep in mind. When you choose to not follow through with the commitments you make, even those small ones, you send a quiet message to others that they or their concerns simply aren't that important to you. And I know that can sound harsh, but I share this with you humbly. You cannot get the most out of your business relationships without building trust. And you cannot build trust without being authentic and engaged.
So I promised the Mary.Kay people that I would get these checks in the bank. So I started making my deposit slips, and I went to one bank and I started making deposits, and then I realized I can't put all this money in here because I already have. I just now, with some of the deposits, just have reached $250,000, and then it will be insured. I have another account, but that one's already up to the insured level. So I decided I better go open a new bank account. Meanwhile, the mail came.
More checks.
30,000 more. Now I'm running to the bank going, oh my goodness, it's December 30th, I better get these in. Mary.Kay's going to yell at me. Or maybe the checks will be expired, I have no idea. But anyway, long story short, I go to the bank tells us, I don't know if this bank account I have to do it today. He said, what bank account do you want? And I said, I really don't know, but I just want to put these checks in. So I endorsed all the checks. I filled out the paper, I handed it to him. And he had asked me what kind of bank account do you want. He said, $250. I said, that sounds good. $250 sounds good. So he hands me back after I filled all this out. He hands it back to me and he says to me, that was $250. We better open a new one.
Picture of achievement in your head and cherish it.
Completely ridiculous. It's all about you inspiring their self-confidence. Life is crazy. Beautiful, out of control, ridiculously, rewardingly crazy. I love you guys. You've helped change my life. You've changed me. And for that, I'm very thankful.
At the time that you're going to debut on the stage, and your senior director or your national or one of your special directors is coming to get you, and you're at the side of the stage, and you can feel just the energy in the room, and you're about to be introduced. She takes your hand, she climbs those 5 stairs of that stage, and she whispers something to you that she would whisper to you. And she goes on the stage, and in the center she says your name, that she's so proud to debut, and then your name. She looks at you, she winks at you, and she walks off, and you stand there with your other sister directors, and you're about to now take the oath. How does this feel? Is it worth everything? Oh, my friends, yes.
This is my new Mary.Kay starter kit. Isn't it awesome? It's gonna be fun. So, my gorgeousness starter kit arrived today, and yesterday I got this sweet note from Kelly. That's my sales director.
I know who Kelly is.
I wasn't sure you remembered. I have an excellent memory. She's my new mentor.
I thought I was your mentor.
Former.
I can help you with your business.
Okay, where do I begin?
Does it say in there?
Yes, actually, there is a simple checklist to help me get started. See right there.
Ooh, a movie?
I think so. Start something beautiful. Wear little lipstick. How to hold a party. Practice makes perfect.
Yeah, you gave me that.
I'm gonna go watch it now.
Helpful to diversify your unit as well. So having a mother-daughter event is a great way. They bring so much enthusiasm, you're exactly right. And they do bring a lot of encouragement because they breathe belief into everyone in all generations because they have that belief in themselves, so it's easy for them to transfer it to others. And the last thing that I thought that they'd bring to my unit especially is star power. Many of them see value in starting their Mary-Kay businesses as star consultants. It may be because, as you saw, many of them still have support from mom and dad financially. It may be because they don't have the responsibilities many times of children and or spouses and mortgages and things like that, but they bring star power to your unit, and that's always, that gives integrity to everybody's business.
That's so true. I was talking to Daryl a bit earlier when we were talking about the $3 billion, and he happened to remark that much of that $3 billion is coming from their parents, and I can relate to that.
I like to ask them, and it's funny because they don't really think of the future, but when you ask them, and that's the key question that I ask them, how do you see yourself in 5 years? And even if you're 19, you're like, oh, I want to be 24. Or if you're 25, I'm going to be 30. So they really get kind of, to think about the future. And if they're mothers, they live with their parents, I think that is very good because they support them and they want them to have a secure career like this career.
That's right.
Sometimes, let me just add, sometimes these Gen Y women can resist ideas that come from their mothers. So you, as the conduit between them and the Mary-Kay business opportunity sometimes, this is something I love to say, and I hope you take this the right way, but I'll just look at someone who says she's not interested in a facial or the opportunity for whatever reason, I'll just look at her and say, girl, this ain't your mama's Mary-Kay anymore. And tell her she needs to hear about the new Mary-Kay. They're very receptive to that.
Yeah, that is so great. And you mentioned a couple other just short phrases or words that they pick up on right away that you found success with. You've kind of hit a lot of the hype. Go global, I think, was another word, because they are thinking bigger. They're thinking outside of their community. But anything else you'd like to add?
I'd like to share with them, too, how spontaneous are you? I think Gen Yers love to be adventurous. They love to be spontaneous. So when you ask them that question, they want to say yes. When you're inviting them to things or inviting them to hear about the opportunity in a short notice. I think sharing about the words philosophies and the values of Mary-Kay are important to the Gen Yers. And